Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen. Listen. Listen.
Welcome to the show.
What's up, babies? Welcome back to the Draft Alps. You know what it is. It's Mount Draftmore. I'm Ben Jammin, and today I'm joined by a room of guests. I got all guests, no regulars in the house. We got Anisha, familiar guest, back on the pod. We've got Corey Martin, back again on the pod.
Hello.
And we have newcomer to the pod, Sarah Martin.
Hello.
A little louder.
A little louder for those in the back. Hello.
There you go. And she's wearing a Mount Draftmore button.
Because I'm a super fan.
A super fan. You have memorabilia that we don't even have.
Long-time listener.
Stunting on us.
First-time visit.
We are so happy to have you all. Special thanks to the sponsors today. We are going to hop right into this today. We are drafting from Disney royalty. Our top 4 Disney royals. Corey, you got any hangups on what a royal is, what it isn't? Are you just going to let everyone
I think we're just gonna go for it. One question I do have is, if something was acquired by Disney, is that a Disney royal? So, like, if they were a royal and it belonged to somebody, to a different company, and then Disney acquired it, is that Disney royalty?
we're only picking animated royalty, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Good to know.
That would be the clarifier right
Let
there.
me just
Yeah,
erase
I have a
this
couple
guy
that
off of my
are
list.
proper Disney, not animated royalty, but I have a long list.
I mean, I would still put, like, Pixar in there. It's still animated.
There's,
And we're never going to do, like, a Pixar royalty draft. I don't know.
but I mean, there's also non-animated Disney feature films that feature royal characters.
Yeah, no. Like, Enchanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we
Maybe.
want to include that stuff?
I don't know. I'm the newbie here, but I
Yeah,
think
but you all have equal voices in the draft.
That's true.
I think royalty, I mean, as a longtime listener, I think you choose what you choose and then you let the votes decide. Am I right? Like, maybe you want to choose something, but it's...
What a safe answer.
I won't argue that logic.
So you're going to take a safe answer, too.
I didn't write down anybody who was not animated. I stayed within the world of animation. So that's what I
That
plan
might
to
be
do.
the safe route to go, like, if you want votes. Like, maybe I should rethink if people think of royalty as...
Well, you never know. I've got some friends that are like loyal ride or dies who have not voted for my list. So that doesn't keep you safe.
Then you have to differentiate between versions.
Yeah.
What if your argument for a character was that they transcend both versions?
I mean, I don't want to share too much. This is only a live action Disney jam that I'm referring to that I might pick. I'm veiled in mystery over here. I know.
Well, there's a lot of things to pick, so...
There's a lot of
That's
things to
true.
pick. We haven't gotten back to Corey's question, though, which is properties of the mouse that were not initially...
It's like, can you draft Princess Leia?
Yeah. Star Wars, Marvel, Muppets. Are these on the table?
Correct.
What's
What do you
the answer?
want? What do you want?
I think
There's a
everything's
point-
on the table.
Yeah. I get that. And then the discussion would start with whether or not that counts.
Oh, Jesus, a Muppet is going to get picked.
Let's keep it weird, people. Let's keep it weird.
Ooh.
King
I
Kermit.
had also, again, just thinking through what people are going to vote for. The episode that y'all did where you were picking your presidential cabinets, you had to think through like how those 4 individuals would work together. Like, is there any element to this where it's like these our Mount Draftmore of Disney royalty have to work together to like lead a nation of animated people, lead their country to freedom or to get through
She's recasting Brave.
Yeah.
They will not take away our freedom.
but no Mount
I
Gibson,
would
please.
say Probably not. My gut says probably not, because what if you take someone that was within my top 4?
It's true.
That had a nice feng shui, if you will. Then I got to
I
replace
will.
them with some other, bench player. Then it's not as.
Yeah, this isn't politics.
I think being part of a royal family is political, because that's your royal. A good royal is ruling with with clear
style and grace.
Style and grace.
I picked that off of Notorious B.I.G., by the way.
But
I mean, that could be part of your justification at
platform?
the end. Is
Yes.
like, this is why it's the best, is because not only are these awesome characters, but also they would function well together.
Well played.
Yeah. Good one, Martin.
Thank you, Martin.
What if they all transcend different species? What if one of your characters is animated and another one's an animal that doesn't interact with people in its movie?
That's true.
And that's a whack movie.
Nah.
That's the magic of Disney. They all can interact in some way.
We roll.
Except in the Cars universe.
Don't get me started on the Cars universe.
There's royalty in the Cars universe.
There is.
There is.
Yeah.
It's on my list.
Oh,
discussed.
jeez.
Wow. All right.
Okay. Well, before we can draft, we need to roll the dice to see the order, or to determine the order. Let's roll the dice. I'll go first.
That was loud.
10.
A big old 10. Damn. Dang it.
We're going for a high number, right?
Yes, high number.
14.
14.
Ooh, 14. No.
Oh my gosh, 24.
24.
No.
So nervous.
With
15.
No. I'm back in the wraparound.
But you get to rap.
In the
Yeah.
wraparound.
I get to rap in the wraparound. Corey's going first with a big 24, followed by Anisha with a 15. 1 over Sarah, 14.
Cool.
And I'll be in the wraparound, number 10. All right, Corey.
Round 1.
Okay, so
First pick, no pressure.
I might be demonstrating some ignorance here, but when I think of Disney and I think of Disneyland, I see that castle. And I'm not 100% on who that castle belongs to, but I think that it's Cinderella's castle. And as far as one of the criteria for my Disney Rushmore, my royal Disney Rushmore, is the sort of that iconic character, that iconic royal figure. And to me, Cinderella, I know that Snow White was number 1. However, when I think of Disney, I just can't separate Disney from Cinderella. I also like that she went through some stuff. We call it a Cinderella story. There is this rags to riches element that Disney popularized. She's been through some stuff. I think it's going to make her a good leader, a good royal. She has magical help. She doesn't do a whole lot. She just
There it is.
She's sort of passive in the story. I mean, she goes and dances, so good for her. But just how iconic that figure is, and I feel like that's one of the things that helped Disney blow up. To me, I think it's her castle. You guys can correct me on that. So all of those reasons, Cinderella is my number 1 pick.
Interesting.
Cinderella.
Okay.
Cinderella. Night and day. Cinderella.
Well, Cinderella's castle's at Disney World, correct?
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty's is at Disneyland. So there's your correction.
Thank
That's
you.
okay. Just getting it out there.
That's good.
Yeah. Both castles have been made.
It's really an interesting
Yeah.
first choice.
Thank you.
One might say-
that feels like a euphemism.
Basic?
No,
A basic first choice?
Oh, she said basic.
I mean it's not a McDonald's pick.
Oh.
Oh,
I
it's
don't think.
definitely. Well, is there a McDonald's pick?
I don't know. I don't think so. But for me, it's the close.
If there was a McDonald's pick, that might be the closest one to the McDonald's pick.
Yeah, she's
If
pretty
there's-
classic. I won't even lie to you. I don't care for Cinderella, and I taught a whole unit around Cinderella in writing.
What does she really do herself?
Not a
Not a
ton,
damn thing.
but
She can clean.
has
that girl.
she has
can get things
survived
cleaned up.
that. They try to trap. They can't keep her down, and they made her do all of that crap. So she's been through some stuff. She went from rags to riches.
A true Cinderella story.
A true Cinderella story.
I see where you're coming from for the sports metaphor.
Yeah.
Again, iconic. There's a castle somewhere.
I'm not gonna hate on it.
Okay.
Yeah. You're a better woman than I.
Well, hate on it. You have a mic. Hate on it. This is your time.
Do I want to go low this early?
Why not? He had the first pick, and he
did
went
have the first
Cinderella.
I mean, she's not even the most interesting character in that movie. Like, she's not even like lead. I know that it's named after her, but yeah, what does she do?
Who is the most interesting character in that movie?
There's far more interesting characters.
I mean, Gus,
Gus.
for one.
Gus.
Yeah.
Compelling. You feel for Gus. His life is in danger at points.
Yes.
Yeah. For Cinderella, what did she do other than
Fed some chickens.
Yes, squish him into some pants.
It's about what's
Why is she
her
Why
heart.
is she putting imposing pants
And
on mice?
It's like,
We all know that pants are prisons.
do your chores, and go to a ball. You have a curfew. Abide by the curfew.
Yeah,
Is that
and
so
she
hard?
can't even do that.
No.
Simple rule following.
she's gonna be a great leader. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
I will say in Cinderella too, she does shake things up at the palace.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Facts I would only know having to watch that with my children.
right. Well, and in the bedtime story, where she goes back
Yes.
and she is nice to those awful, awful people.
She is. She's nice.
She
tries
rises
to,
above.
She tries to throw a ball for the ugly stepsisters. She's like, you know what would make them happy? Men. It made me happy.
Oh, nice.
Dang.
Great messaging.
That was the blow right there. All right. I needed that.
So good. Yeah, that's good. Iconic.
Iconic. Castle.
All right, Castle. It's really what you're banking on.
He's
It's the
hanging
castle.
on that castle. That is
Nisha.
not a Disneyland.
No, he wants the Disney World Castle.
It's cool. It's cool. I got it. Okay. I am going to take one that might be an awkward early pick, but I'm going for it anyways. In the world of Avatar, I know one of my favorite characters is Zuko. And why I love Zuko is because he has the best story arc and comes out with this big heart and doing lots of lovely things and learned lots of lessons. And so I am going to pick a character for my first one who it could be very unliked for like 3/4 of his movie, but then has a change of heart. He goes through he has a literal change of who he is. And then comes out the other side, a better person, a better man, and I think that would make him a better emperor. I am going with Cusco.
Cusco.
From The Emperor's New Groove. And I had to take that one because I knew this fool over here had it on his list.
He was actually born royal, unlike Cinderella, who had to like luck into it.
Incan royalty, people.
If she
Yeah.
doesn't
Incan
leave, if
royalty.
she doesn't leave a shoe, come on, she's still feeding chickens.
There was the
Now-
magic around her that helped her get that. Okay.
And you know what? You need that. You
You
need a little magic. But you know what? Cusco didn't need magic. Cusco needed to pull his head out of his butt a little bit and then
Well, he still needed magic for
understand
that.
Yzma helped him with that, but I don't think he would have found his way by himself. But he's got a great story and he's super hilarious. And I think you need hilarity in a job of royalty. And who better than Cusco? And if there are people out there who have not seen The Emperor's New Groove, please get your life together and go get it. Disney Plus, boom, that's your homework. That's my first pick.
That's a good first pick. I just had to check it off my list. So
I knew he'd I just had to protect him. But that also meant that I left some others vulnerable. But that's okay. We'll deal with it. as we
Cusco's a
move
good
on.
pick, but is he a number 2 pick? Number 2?
Maybe not, but you got wraparound.
Number 2? I know. Come on.
And you may have
don't you have
snaked
like
him.
a Cusco tattoo?
No.
Oh,
That's crazy. That might be appropriation.
I don't know if that's appropriation. He's a llama for like 50 minutes. It's okay. All right.
No Cusco hate.
No, I've seen it once, and it was with the kiddos. So you're making me want to revisit it, and it was
You've
solid.
seen it once?
Seen it once.
You should have to take a time out. Captain Cindy. Put
Lots,
it on your list. It's a good one.
lots of kids movies that we have to
That
get through.
movie's written for you, not for the kids.
Noted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it really? Is it more an adult movie than a kid movie?
I don't know. I feel like I appreciated it more as I've gotten older than I did when I was younger. I understand all of the jokes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never got to. I mean, it came out in what, like 98, 97?
I think
the
it's actually 2000s.
90s. Ooh, yeah.
I think.
I mean, that must be that's sort of the as an adult in the late 90s and 2000s. Like, there's a whole swath of Disney movies that I didn't have the opportunity to enjoy as a child. So I've only had them in a grown-up lens.
Yeah, it came out in December of 2000.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Right at the
Christmas-
tail end.
A Christmas fave.
Yeah.
Or as your daughter would say, a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
You get to pick
I
your
get to
first pick.
pick-
It's
oh
your
my-
first Draftmore pick.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
exciting.
There's a lot of pressure here.
There's a lot of pressure, and like you have a huge crowd, lots of people listening.
Everyone.
They're
Oh,
They-
oh.
they want that first
Thunderous
pick.
applause.
That's actually helping me out here. I feed off the crowd, so it's good. I feel like this isn't. I have a lot of obscure royalty on my list here, that because I like them. I think a good royal is someone who makes sacrifice for their constituency and has growth. I think Corey was talking about how they have to go through trials and tribulations. And this one's a little self-referential too, because actually in this movie, she claims to not be a princess. So my first pick is Moana
Yep. Dang it.
of Motunui. You will board my boat. But yeah, Moana, because she's the daughter of the chief.
Yeah, but is a chief a royal? How much
I-
power does a chief have?
The movie is even referencing it. So
Does
Maui
it?
says, you sing songs and you have an animal sidekick,
It's true.
you're a princess.
I mean,
He is the
Not here to
leader
help her,
of their group.
I know, but
she
he
isn't-
doesn't have absolute power, and the power doesn't. She doesn't inherit the power.
She's
She's
supposed
gonna-
to.
Why doesn't she?
Is she?
Why?
That's what her dad is doing, is prepping her for her
she's
reign.
the rock
she is
thing.
the heir to the Motunui mountain. She's
Yeah.
supposed to place her stone on the top to be the ruler of their people.
If she told them to eat sand for dinner, they'd do it.
He's
I crossed her off my list.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I think so. Is she a princess? No, I will respect her wishes, and because she says to Maui that she's not a princess, but she is a ruler. She is the heir to she will be ruling her people. And she does so. She makes great sacrifice to go and I mean, she's a ruler and she wants to please her father and be in his image, but she realizes in order to feed her own soul and do what's best for her people, she has to voyage beyond the reef. I think she does what's right by her people.
I feel it.
That's why I choose Moana.
I mean, she changes the way that they live. They go out.
They're going to
They're
be
gonna
ocean
be-
voyaging
yes.
people.
She brings them back to who they were.
Yeah.
It's a lovely story.
Help them remember their roots.
He wants to hate
Ben
on it.
disagrees.
No, you can. Yeah, you make good points.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You don't have to hold back because this is my first time.
there's nothing.
Nah.
No,
I've heard you rip others apart.
you still have 3 more picks.
Okay. Oh, I still have opportunities.
Oh, look at that.
I didn't think about who does best for their kingdom.
Yeah, that's what makes a good ruler.
Yeah, if that's part of it all, I mean, her pick so far surpasses ours because ours didn't do a whole lot for our people.
Oh no. Fuck. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to
This is
ask that.
promising.
You're allowed to swear, right?
Oh yeah, you can say whatever you want. Damn it. I'm stuck on my king pick. I want to pick a king in the first round.
Oh, I think I know where you're going to go.
I don't know if you do. I think there are two kings that are actually, one of them is a little more significant than we probably give him credit for, and the other one is like huge fan favorite. Definitely will get votes. Should you draft two kings? That's the problem. If another king, I can draft two kings right up top. Big baller monarchs. Oh, I'll go with the fan favorites. I think
I
Mufasa
knew it.
is the best king. Like, he keeps the savannas nice and balanced. It's harmonious. All the other animals, even his prey, respect him. They come to the birth of his child and bow to something that can possibly eat them, but they're chill with it because he's got to be fair.
That's true.
And they give you the counter to what it's like when he's not ruling.
Right.
So when Scar takes over, you see the disaster that happens if you don't have a strong leader like Mufasa.
Oh, it's like a little mini It's a Wonderful Life. Like,
There we go.
Yes.
except he's actually dead. Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
There will be spoilers on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ask Ben. That's one of my things. I'm like, a movie's been out for 28 years. It's not a spoiler. You're just not doing your life right.
Yeah.
He's not in the movie that much, so you do have a lot of respect and a lot that's packed into that first bit.
Right. And they bring him back as a ghost
Oh, big cloud
Yeah,
ghost.
the cloud ghost.
to inspire like the main character to keep going forward and to go be the king that he's supposed to be.
You know, even though it's not in the first movie, as you were saying that, I'm thinking of the song He Lives in You.
Great song.
It is a great song. And that's what I think should play right there instead of in the second movie.
Yeah, it's in the second movie. But it's in The Lion King on Broadway. That's where it was first. So
Magical.
wonderful song.
Lion King was also, going back to the kid movie thing, watched that with Bruce one time. And it was his first, like, a character dies moment.
Oh, man.
That was rough.
Brutal.
Like, as he's like, no, but he's, when is he going to get up? No,
Oh,
no,
man.
but when is he going to get up?
Yeah.
I was like, he's not, and then he just broke down. It was awful.
Mufasa for
Does
the
he like
trauma.
reach? He doesn't reach out for him, does he? Like, that's traumatizing.
Yeah, it was intense. So
I saw that movie in the movie theater with my mom. I wasn't a child. I think that came out in
Was it 94?
94.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was a teen. My mom doesn't take sad movies well. And so like if I ever know a movie is very sad, I instruct her not to go see it in the theater. Not really for her benefit, but for like the benefit of everyone around her. Because she's also not a subtle crier. And watching The Lion King in the movie theater, like the guy next to her on the other side was like, "Do you need me to call like an ambulance or something?" Like she
Oh,
was
man. She's devastated.
just sobbing.
A piece of her
That's
died that
sad.
day,
Oh
literally.
Wow.
my god, yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to think of another Disney movie before Lion King where such a vital, like, Disney is notorious for the dead
They
parent trope.
love to take your parents out.
But do they ever get you so, like, it's always like, oh yeah, so and so doesn't have a mom, or so and so doesn't have a dad, or so and so's an orphan.
I wonder if
You don't
Bambi was that for
see-
people back in the
Bambi.
day.
Yeah,
That's
Bambi.
what I was going to say. Yep.
What is that, like a 30-year difference
Yeah.
almost?
But Bambi's dad is a piece of shit. He doesn't protect the forest at all. He just runs away.
Yeah.
He doesn't even take care of Bambi.
Yeah.
What a
Like,
jerk.
The idea that a character that has been so developed and is voiced by James Earl Jones would just be
So iconic that they brought him back for the live action. They were like, all the rest of y'all still alive? We don't care.
we don't care.
James, though?
JTT, we don't need you.
Man, thanks for just
Right.
making all these points for me. Exactly. The most iconic character from the movie, arguably, is the only one that's recast in the remake
Yeah.
because fans couldn't couldn't hear someone else
There
as
is
Mufasa.
no way.
No,
No way.
There can be no other. But
Even
yeah,
though-
I think it touched a lot of people because of that. That the idea that, oh, you've seen the dead parent trope before. Well, let's one up it.
but not with James Earl Jones.
Yeah, you've never seen the parent fall into a pile of wildebeest.
No, the worst is that they pan down on him and you have to
Yeah.
see his face as he's like, oh, God, it's not going to happen for me. That's the worst.
In slow motion.
Yeah, we are just sitting here
I know,
proving
sorry.
his
I
point.
don't know why
Wow.
we're
Yeah,
helping you out.
Yeah. Mm.
I'll take that as a first round win. We got to get to an ad real quick, and then we'll be back with more Draft More.
Mount Draftmore.
Coming this summer, Walt Disney Studios dives deep into rated R territory. A classic Disney story of hope and unity for the future becomes a nightmare for families everywhere. While on an idyllic cruise in the Bermuda Triangle, the Jensen clan think everything is pie in the sky, but they couldn't be more wrong. After a strange storm knocks out power in the ship, the Jensens wake up to a horror-fueled hellscape. The ship's children have become possessed and engaged in a furious, murderous rampage. Baby teeth, Legos, and Hot Wheels are everywhere. Chicken nuggets have run out in the cafeteria. In an effort to abate a painful cannibalistic ending via tiny, tiny hands, the Jensens take no prisoners in an all-out bloodbath carnage fest. Underdeveloped heads will roll in this savage tale of epic proportions. This isn't your average Disney film, and it certainly isn't a movie for the whole family. You'll never trust your friends' kids again after seeing this film. Walt Disney Studios presents It's a Small World After All. Available in selected theaters. Pre-order your tickets today.
Mount Draftmore.
Round 2.
Round 2. Going to pick my princess now because it's going to be a long time till I pick again. There's going to be 6 more individuals taken after this one. Top princess for me, she doesn't need to have a castle in a Disney park to be the best. She doesn't think she's a princess when we're first introduced to her.
Are you doing it?
But then she makes a daring escape.
Yeah.
Everybody
She
cross her off the
steals your
list.
soul with some awesome songs.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Rapunzel, son.
Yes.
God, I should have.
Yeah, everybody cross her off.
Yep.
Come on, she is such a great character.
Oh,
So endearing.
we all just had to cross her off the list. I don't think
Literally.
It's like, can we any of us muster some like, oh, she actually doesn't smell very good. Like, what?
Right. She's ugly.
Yeah.
That's not
It's one of
true.
the things that makes her so charming too. She's not a traditional like. I mean, she's beautiful and like long blonde flowing hair, but like they've made. I feel like the animators made some very cute choices too about her. Like she's got really big feet and like she's all like knees and elbows when she's trying to like run around. Like very cute, very cute. But what a horrible choice. I mean, I want to win. Jerk.
With her, you
What a
win.
horrible choice. That's trash.
Also overcoming one of the most sinister villains, like the psychological villain,
Oh yeah.
where like she's being gaslit the whole time, and
Right.
just the mother knows best. Like it's just so evil.
But on top of that, she's not just being gaslit, she's also being physically used for her goods. Like, you don't even love her.
Yeah.
You've been doing
She's
this to
a-
her for 18 years? This is jacked.
Rapunzel is genuinely a good person too.
Oh yeah.
When she becomes an actual royal, takes on her role, you know she's going to be great for her people because the way she interacts with the people before she's royal is just innocent. It brings the best out of everyone. She is that sun that is the symbol of her kingdom.
Which they don't talk about it a lot in the first movie. If you've watched the subsequent shorts and shows, which I have, again, with the aforementioned children that I created. Her kingdom is called Corona.
All
like-
right.
Let's go.
Having a party every day.
Like that's because it's the sun. So, the kingdom of Corona. Maybe needs a name change after we did just have a global pandemic. I don't know if you heard about that.
What was that?
You were just, yeah. So
In the show, did she get her magic hair back?
she does.
I get
But it's a whole, it's a whole thing. I mean, you don't have this podcast is not long enough for my feelings on
You could just do a podcast on Rapunzel.
about, yeah.
Because in the wedding short, she doesn't have her magic hair.
Exactly. I take issue with that because even though the wedding short and the show are like supposed to be all in the same, it doesn't make sense because they're not married yet when the shorts. Yeah, it's problematic.
Continuity issue.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll shrug the show to the side. I don't need that extra development anyway. You see, you get enough of that in the movie and in the short. All right, cool. First two picks in the bank. Let's
bank.
go, Sarah.
That's pretty good.
Oh crap! It's my turn.
Okay.
I didn't think through that. All right. I'm gonna go. So I am gonna go non-animated here, y'all.
I'm okay with that. That means I'm safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go non-animated. I'm gonna go for a queen. Because again, I still feel like being a queen is making the right choice and for your people and accepting new ideas. And so who makes a better queen than Julie Andrews in The Princess Diaries?
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Queen
Nice.
Clarice of Genovia. She's amazing. And it's Julie Andrews. So obviously she's fabulous from head to toe. And she has to come, to San Francisco to find her, long lost princess and give her a makeover and do all the things. But also learns, she tries to make Mia more princessy, but then Mia also makes her a little bit more down to earth of the people.
Any examples of her
She
being?
makes her go and eat a corn dog on the pier.
Everyone loves a good corn dog.
That is true.
So, my second round pick is Queen Clarice of Genovia.
Is Genovia like Monaco?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Monaco or one of the teeny tiny countries in between France and Spain. It's fictitious.
Got it.
Genovia.
It feels like a real place, though.
It sounds like it's right on the ocean.
Yeah, there's the other one there's Monaco. What's the other one that's real? Andorra.
Andorra.
That's real, right?
It is real.
Doesn't it sound fake?
It does sound fake. I don't think I realized I'm today years old.
Yeah.
Being real. Okay.
But yeah, that's my second round pick.
How can I hate on a live action pick when I know nothing of live action?
Well,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. This is not like a Disney remake of an animated. It's a film adaptation of a book, The Princess Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Julie Andrews, so there's the magic.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's much other magic in
Right.
there.
Could have just said that, and it's like,
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
There we go.
makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
my turn?
Your turn.
My
No
turn.
one's hating on it. Okay.
No, I'm not going to hate it. I don't feel like you can hate on Julie
Julie
Andrews.
You
Andrews. Yeah,
can't.
no.
That feels blasphemous. Not touching it. Nope. Okay. I am going to hope that a couple others stay safe and go a route of someone that I feel is a great example for young kids. I won't say just girls, even though she is a girl who I'm going to choose. Somebody who believes in independence, somebody who believes in being able to be your own person, make your own decisions, and do that in your own time. She's also a badass archer. She's amazing, and she's the first princess from the Pixar side, everyone's favorite, Merida. And if you don't know where she's from, again, please start watching some movies. Get your Disney Plus on. Brave would be her movie, and she is all that and more. I love this redhead. She's freaking fierce and badass and all the things I think that people should strive to be. and not try to just fall in line with the stereotypes and the ways that is quote unquote supposed to happen for your life. So I really appreciated the way her character developed. I also appreciated her relationship with her parents. I think she had a very realistic adaptation of a relationship with her parents. So yeah, Merida, she's my number 2.
And she's flawed too. Like she makes mistakes. She's selfish. She's
Yes.
like some of the stuff that she has to go through is the stuff that she puts on herself. I mean, I guess that's the kind of the whole plot of what happens is her creating this situation that puts her family in danger, which helps her to appreciate and understand the importance of family in that. So I like that there's that realism of not only who she is as a person, like that sort of teenage girl who wants to be independent, a little bit rebellious, but then her mistakes are what she grows from, and the fact that she makes mistakes is nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
She had to grow too, I think, a little bit more than some, like, even though I did choose Moana and I stand by Moana, like she was sparring with her dad, but had her mom, Moana's mom is supportive, is just ride or die. Like, oh, you need to go sail into the night. Let me help you to the boat. Like she was going through that, but then had the support where Merida she is fighting both sides of the parenthood there, where she is trying to please both her mom and her dad and is like failing in a way where she has to learn a lot to then be able to make the compromise between the two.
She definitely fails with her mom. I think her dad gets stuck in the middle where he's kind of like, well, what would be wrong with her kind of doing her own thing? But at the same time, there is a way we're supposed to live our life. I'm just going to go drink.
Yeah.
I'll just go do that.
No, yeah. He's not
Bambi's
He's
dad.
not, but yeah.
No, he's definitely not that. Bambi's dad might be a top tier shit face guy. But that's okay.
Worst Disney fathers.
There's not even that many fathers. There's like 6. I don't know. But Bambi, your dad takes the cake. Merida.
Fergus is a great dad. He's a cool dad.
He's
not like a normal dad.
He's
he
not a
gives
cool
his daughter
dad.
weapons.
Cool dad.
He's like,
He
yeah,
does.
what's up?
That was good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
It's my pick.
it is.
All right.
Let's go, Cindy.
We're going to go King.
Sorry.
I'm going to stay in the...
He's going to ride that out all
No,
all
that's
day.
fine. It's fine.
He's gonna stay in the
It's
McDonald's drive-through.
It's the way. it's the weight of the first pick. I'm gonna go King on this one. And one of the things that I wondered about this is like when you have a character, where most of the film or the story they're not royal, and so it's not until like the very end that they become royal. Cinderella is one of those, but there's lots of these stories that you're not really royal until the end, or you're not ruling and you're not in royalty, but it's the journey to getting there. And so that's why I appreciate Arthur Pendragon in The Sword and the Stone.
Oh, look at you.
So we're staying in the Middle Ages. You're seeing his journey and growing up and learning from Merlin, like gaining that wisdom, gaining that experience, seeing more than just the world in front of him, but just he's really getting a view into the world around him, seeing how things operate, seeing how things work. It's going to make him a great ruler. He's just a good guy that is constantly pushed around. So he's kind of going through that as well, but it's that magic, sort of the magic meeting with Merlin that opens up the world to him and gives him, and again, he's kind of like a little bit bumbling, but then there's magic in the air. The world chooses him, or the gods or whatever, God chooses him, and he is able to pull the sword out of the stone. This little guy is able to make that happen. And so this sort of, little scrawny kid is able to do that and become king. And so, and all the animal adventures, I mean, I love that movie. Like, he's a squirrel, and he's a fish, he's a bird, and then there's the, even though it's not him, but the clash between Merlin and the witch. So good. So much fun. It's just a fun movie overall. And love seeing Wart end up on top. King Arthur.
King Arthur.
King Arthur. It's a pretty significant story in Western lore, so I'm going King Arthur.
But who really knows King Arthur? Like, who really knows him?
I also also
I feel like I do after watching Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought through that one as well. Like what is the? I know in the movie, like it's like the voices come in, they're like, oh, and the light shines on the sword, and he takes it, but it's like also on accident, isn't it?
Well,
he stumbled because he needs
a sword because
for somebody else.
Yeah. So he goes and grabs it, and just is like, oh, there's this sword that's just hanging out in this little cemetery looking spot, and then pulls out the sword.
I mean, I'm feeling like there should be some conflict here, so I'm not trying to like hate on King Arthur, but
Just my picks.
just your picks in general. Yeah. Yeah, obviously.
And again, like, who really knows Arthur?
But I mean, we don't get to see as a story though what kind of leader he's going to be.
Does Arthur have a ride in Disney? Does he have any park? Does he have any representation in the Disney parks?
He probably did
Arthur
back in the
himself.
day.
Yeah,
I mean,
There's a sword and a stone you can try to pull out.
there is a sword.
But is that Arthur's stone?
I mean,
No.
he's the only one that can.
That's a good point. That's not actually that's not true. Any old kid in Disneyland once a day can pull it out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It comes out once a day?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I've
fun.
tried.
Merlin will come out and he'll be like, "Hey, what's up, crowd? Kid, come here." Pulls it out. Wow, look. So is Arthur really that special? He's just some kid
Where's the
visiting
like
Disney every day.
Where's the like the clicker? Like who's got the magic clicker? to,
exactly,
like,
right?
turn it on, turn it on. It's like
That's somebody's
looks-
job. They're
yeah.
just sitting up there like, I'm
Watching
thinking
him.
227.
yeah.
The best is if
Hey, look at
just
that kid. I think I like that. I like the cut of that kid's jib. He can.
or they fake a couple kids out first. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, first 3. Okay. Nope, sorry. Loser, get out. Second one. Nope, you're a loser too. Bye. Number 3. Oh, it wiggled. No, get out of here.
Yeah.
Give it to 4, a little misdirection.
I did not know that happens. I knew that existed in the park, but that's a fun
I
fact.
think it speaks to the magic of that moment in the movie, I think is what it does.
Does it?
It has its own thing in a park. It's magical.
But it's the sword. It's not
Like
Arthur.
that could be me. I could be that bumbling little kid
Why
that
not?
just has because
Why not
God's
me?
light is shining
Why-
down on
why
me.
not us?
Why not now?
Does that
Why
inspire
not?
a top 4?
Wow.
Yes.
He needed a king. We don't need any. There's no rules. You don't need like a king, queen, jack, and
Well-rounded,
10.
right?
Not going for a royal flush here.
Oh, that's funny.
You have a theme with your team. Mid characters who just like stumble into royalty.
Blonde.
Wow.
Blonde.
Blonde characters who stumble into royalty. Clearly, he has a type.
Yeah.
That's the first
Blonde
half.
kids.
For halftime. Let's just get into halftime first, and then we'll talk about it a little bit.
Halftime.
It is pretty magical to watch how it all happens. The buttons being pushed, the intros,
Oh yeah, the
the
buttons.
magic.
The fun buttons.
Mount Draftmore.
Our
Exactly.
cool little sound drops.
Love it.
Let's go. Halftime. What Disney castle would you want to live in? Question submitted by superfan Sarah Martin in the house with a super button, commemorative limited edition. Get it on our website. No, I don't even have one of these things.
Yeah, I was like, are you going to start producing something you don't have?
I could hook you up.
Yes.
Mass production.
I'm an activities coordinator. That's what we do.
Let's
Hey,
go.
hey.
Coordinating
That
activities.
and sound.
Yeah.
Quick castle draft. What animated castle would you want to live in? Or I guess any castle. What Disney castle would you want to live in? Sarah or Corey, you had the first pick. So what castle would you want to live in?
Man, that for some reason, it's I don't know if it's the castle that I would want to live in, but it's one of my favorites because it seems like the most real, and that is from Brave. It's like dank. It's lots of stone. It seems really open. It seems really cold.
Yeah.
And
That sounds awful.
so I don't know if that like it's but it's one of my faves because of all of that. So I mean, I guess it would be like a bastion of comfort back then, in that it would be,
not outdoors.
Not outdoors. So yeah, that's just the one that pops in my mind.
I see you in Arendelle.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
You definitely have the Scandinavian.
Well, it's all the blonde people that I keep picking.
Yeah.
It's just like, So yeah, maybe Arendelle. But yeah, I would for some reason the castle in Brave.
Okay. Sarah, what castle would you want? No, Anisha, what castle would
Anisha's
you want to
next.
leave in?
Oh, I think just purely on the way it looks, I would go with Jasmine's castle. I do like the way it's built. It's pretty.
Onion domes.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I feel like I could get past.
Palm trees.
And I like the color scheme that they have going on.
Lots of
of
floor
teals
pillows.
and yeah. I don't know why. I just feel like
It towers over everything else
Yeah.
in the town.
Yeah.
I think that I'll go with that one.
Okay.
One of the turns into a rocket ship at one point, doesn't it? Like
Something the
launch?
genie does.
The genie does, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like,
I don't remember that part.
Different Aladdin.
I really like the castle in The Little Mermaid, the above ground version, not the below
you
ground.
don't want to.
I don't want King Triton's penis palace.
Alec fantasies.
But I think Prince Eric's got a nice setup. It's like it's got a pretty view. It seems as though the kingdom is in a temperate climate. It feels like it could be up in like the San Juans, like islands and beaches, lagoons. Live-in French chef that prepares all of the
Stuffed crabs.
poissons.
Accoutrement.
Yeah, oui. So he only has a little bit of an anger problem.
Just a smidge.
Keep it in the kitchen. Yeah, it's a very pretty castle.
What you got?
Yeah,
Ben?
where you want to live, Ben?
I actually get to look up pictures. Y'all just pulling from memory, but I'm pulling from the internet.
So it's real.
I'm taking Rapunzel's castle. It's on the top of that island. It's an amazing castle. It's beautiful.
Kingdom of Corona, where all of the
You want to live?
could get
You want to live in
yourself
Corona?
in and out of her tall castle with your hair.
Look at that jam. It just sits right up on top. Ooh, it's got a nice view of the bay right there. I don't know how realistic that bridge is. More realistic than Anisha's palace. There's no way this thing could exist.
it's protected
You know
by
what?
water.
Back
Look at that
off.
thing. That doesn't make sense.
You actually found a website that's just like best Disney palaces.
Oh yeah, I was like, let's
Oh,
rank
wow.
these things.
Oh wow!
But it puts Mount Olympus in there. That's whack.
I mean, it is. I mean, there's a lot of different. I
guess.
considered Tiana's palace from Princess and the Frog.
Ooh,
Like
see,
the
that would
restaurant?
be
The
dope.
restaurant.
That's
Restaurant.
dope
Exactly,
pick.
because she's like, it's a cool restaurant and it's got live jazz and her beignets. Like that's not a bad. But I
Yeah,
mean,
that would have been a good pick.
it's not a big fancy. You don't want to live there.
No.
I don't think I want to live there. Like,
Unless-
it's like living in a restaurant and you're like, can you cut out with the damn trumpet? Now I'm trying to go to sleep.
Braves Castle looks sorry. It's so weathered.
It's so
Yeah.
cold and dank.
But it makes the list. Whatever this website is, Screen Rant, they said Brave is in the top. So props to you.
There you go.
Which one did you pick?
I chose Prince Eric's.
Oh,
Castle.
they don't pick that trash.
Well,
They pick the Phallus Palace.
they do.
Of course
There
they
it is.
do.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
The Beast has a pretty sick castle. He's got a dope library.
Again,
Awesome dungeons.
I don't read books.
What else do you see? Big hallways.
Mm-hmm.
What else does he have? Or the
But it's out
master's
in the
quarters
middle
is
of,
really
like, a
jacked up.
Crazy forest
Have you seen the castle that's inspired by though?
in like the Black Forest in Germany, or
Yeah,
Switzerland.
I think so, right? I don't know, German castle. This guy.
It's a pretty great castle.
Oh, that's a beautiful castle.
Is this content thrilling
Oh,
to our
it's-
listeners?
yes. It's German castle. How do you say that word?
I don't know.
The Schwan, is it the Schwan?
Neuschwanstein.
Neuschwanstein?
Yeah, Google this word that you will never be able to spell.
Neuschwanstein.
Neuschwanstein.
If you say it to Siri, she might. Hey,
They've got
hey
it.
Siri, look up Neuschwanstein Castle.
Wow.
Sounds like the ramblings of a drunk person. Looking up castles that no one even picked. Well, riveting content for all of y'all. Thank you for listening. That is halftime.
Go on your own Google search.
Right on. You ready to hop into round 3?
I'm hop ready. I'm like Tiana as a frog.
Do you want to give us a recap of the teams? Do you remember them?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, from memory?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
All right.
you obviously you didn't write them down.
I
So
didn't write them down, and I
Do you
know
want
that
me
you
to
did,
do
but
it?
I can
Wah,
give it a
wah.
try. Wah, wah. So Corey, his team is he chose Cinderella, and then he chose King Arthur. Nisha has chosen Cusco round 1 and second round Merida.
Well played.
I was in the 3rd position, and I chose. What did I choose? I chose Moana, and then I chose Julie Andrews as Queen Clarice from Genovia, and Ben here in the wraparound. But actually, Corey's in the wraparound right now.
I'm in
There's
the
a
minor
double-
wraparound.
The minor wraparound.
Yeah.
But Ben chose. Who did Ben? I mean, we talked at length about how great it was. So
first round win.
first
Let's
round.
go.
Oh, Mufasa.
Come on, let's go.
And then you chose a princess. You chose
Second round
Rapunzel.
win. Dude, you look at this list and this is. I have to do some Atlanta Falcons shit in the Super Bowl to blow this one at this point.
Wow.
I mean, if you really do think about like how they would work like as a team, though, I think your first round choice would eat your second round choice, and that would just be. It would be a bloodbath.
There's no evidence for that.
That took a weird
I don't
turn
know if
quickly.
there's evidence for that.
Whereas I think my team would work well together.
I don't know.
Round 3.
I don't know about that. Corey, I don't know that anyone told you, but your second and third pick are the most important picks in the first picking position.
In the world.
You kind of blew it with your second pick with the Dylan pick of Arthur. Like you could have saved that for the fourth.
Wow.
I mean,
Not
let's
even
just be honest.
here.
Let's just
Not
be honest.
even here.
No, let's just be honest. Could have been picked in the 4th round. Wasn't.
Holy cow.
You could have picked it in the 4th round, dude. No one was
Yeah.
going to pick that. Sarah, were you going to pick Arthur, honestly? Honestly.
No, I was
Honestly,
not
no.
going
Were
to
you
pick-
gonna pick Arthur?
I had him written 3 times.
Bullshit.
That's true.
Read the room, brother. Read the room. That could have been a 4th round pick. You could.
You
and then
were
you could have
talking
been
about
like,
kings. You're like, all my
value.
kings. I got all these kings lined up. I'm gonna pick. I'm like, well, I gotta get it. I gotta get
not that one.
my king in there.
What kid is gonna know King Arthur? I mean,
His
that
kid.
sounded silly
Oh,
as
yeah.
I said it, but not Disney's King
All
Arthur.
the 8-year-olds listening to this podcast are like, "Boo! What a crappy king!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third
Knights of the
pick. So
Round
this
Table.
this is
Anybody
the most important pick
anybody
for
like
you.
Pizza, round table pizza. King Arthur. Thank you very much.
It's a mid-tier pizza, especially out here in
Wow.
Seattle. We have great pizza.
That's a.
How often do you order? I mean, honestly, how often do you order King Arthur's pizza? Or it's
Round
round table
Table
pizza.
pizza.
It's not even King,
King
Arthur's
Arthur
pizza.
has flour, though.
King
can
Arthur
say.
does have flour.
You can buy his flour.
Yeah.
Well, Uncle Ben has rice. So what are we comparing here?
Wow.
Rice keeps
Wow.
people alive.
The royal grains.
I know. I don't even think Uncle Ben's rice exists anymore.
Hey, don't be racist.
That's why it doesn't exist anymore.
Damn. Okay. Third
Probably
pick.
rebranded just a little bit.
Most
On the
important
Uncle
pick.
Ben's rice thing.
Now it's just
Uncle
Uncle Ben.
Ben's not rice.
Cousin Benjamin.
Not racist
Yeah,
rice.
it's just Uncle Ben from
just Benjamin. We use his
Spider-Man.
whole name now. It's
Yeah.
fine.
For my third pick, I'm going to go with what I think is a modern classic in the Martin household, something that has been requested a number of times. Again, I like people to go through stuff. I like people to have to fight through something and to be able to kind of like to be human. So to make mistakes while they're doing what they're doing.
To err is human.
To err is human. It's true. For some reason, I thought you said Eric. I was going back to Eric's castle there. So Raya is my next pick because I think that she is bringing all of the things that, admittedly, Cinderella is not. And she's a badass. And she's making sacrifices. I think she's going to be a great royal because she's willing to fight through stuff. She's gonna like do the whole like with the shards at the end, where where she's handing it over, and so she's gonna be turned into stone in order to try to entrust to finally get over her own issues, to trust somebody, get them to complete the stone to save the world. So that is why Raya is my third pick. I think she's rock solid warrior badass.
But is she royalty?
She is.
As much as Moana.
As much as Moana.
Yeah.
What kind of argument are you going to make? Well, I mean,
I will say that I did look when I was doing some research. She did come up, and I almost wrote her down as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a badass, but I mean, she's the daughter of the
chief.
Is he a
of Heart.
chief? He is.
He is. So you can't argue with him on that, Chiefy.
Oh, I'm not arguing. They never just they. He's the guardian of the Dragonstone. That's the way he's always introduced. I'm just
Yeah. He's the chief.
sure.
I do believe I read that yesterday when I was looking at things. So I will have your back on that.
Thank you.
I also am always going to root for a badass female character. Someone who, and again, she had her own arc of growth as well. So yeah.
And even in the end, is making mistakes even in the end because like she lets her anger kind of overtake her, and so it's kind of blinding her from what her mission was. And then in the very end, she is able to listen to those around her, overcome her issues, and save the day.
Isn't it amazing how Disney can wrap things up, put a bow on it in about 80 minutes?
So fast. Teeny tiny tangent.
that's where they make the big bucks.
It is.
I thought Disney did a little bit of a cop out on that one. Like, I thought, oh God, I can't remember the dragon's name right now. Sisu. I was like, voiced by Aquafina. Sisu. Like, honestly, I was surprised they brought Sisu back. As we just talked about how powerful, like, the death of Mufasa is for the Lion King. Like, I felt like Sisu was making a sacrifice that wasn't really a sacrifice because she just came back at the end and was like, yay, I'm a dragon again. So I thought that was a punch that Disney pulled that is not going to teach children, I guess, in the same way that, like, the fact, like, Mufasa's not coming back. Like, people make sacrifices for their family and the people they care about. They don't always get to come back to life.
Would you be able to forgive Raya for essentially killing Sisu if she doesn't come back?
I don't think I think Sisu made that sacrifice, and it was beautiful. And I don't blame Raya, and I don't blame the other. What's the girl? The short hair cat rider. This is excellent content. We're experts in what we're talking about. I can't remember her name either, but
I don't know. I think I hear you. I don't know if you get past that if she doesn't come back. I think
it's true.
Some people will get stuck in that moment and are like, this movie's stupid.
That's true.
Which is probably why Disney was like, it's time, resurrect.
Yeah. What if she came back in a cloud and spoke with James Earl Jones's voice, though?
Now,
but she's not Mufasa.
No, she's not. But Sisu's a very powerful character, and I feel like their death was more powerful than the just like, look, they all came back.
Cop out.
I thought it was a happy ending cop out. I still love the movie, and I think your choice is
rock solid.
It's
fine,
decent.
I guess.
Just say decent. Fine. Fine.
Rock
That's
solid.
good.
Fine, I guess.
It's fine, I
rock
guess.
solid.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
But
I mean, it's probably the strongest pick on your team, which coming in the third round,
Wow,
this is actually nice because you normally come on the show and you dominate. So to see you just like first round and you kind of tripped up a little.
Yeah.
He's floundering a little
Iconic
bit.
pick, no big deal. One of the greatest stories in Western lore.
Which one?
King
Cindy.
Arthur. Cindy's first, then King Arthur. But that's fine. That's fine.
Which one's okay?
Fun fact about Cinderella. Did you know
None?
that,
There are none?
No, that since it was translated from French, I believe the traditional story is in French. This is like a third-hand fun fact. This could be total bullshit.
Do you want me to fact check you?
You could fact check me if you wanted to.
Ooh,
but
fact check.
Producer is on it.
I saw someplace, I think it was on NPR, definitely not a BuzzFeed article, that It was a glass slipper. It was a bad translation. Like they were actually supposed to be like fur, like soft slipper, like because there's
with the
fur.
fur.
Yeah, basically apple bottom jeans. Exactly. She was supposed to have boots with
I
the
might
fur.
have liked the movie better if that's how she was dressed.
So, like the idea of a glass slipper is a bad translation. It's actually supposed to be a fur slipper.
Makes more sense.
It does make more sense.
I don't
Ben,
think
what
I'd
you
want to
got
be
over
walking
there?
around in glass.
I mean, but Cindy's delicate.
She's very delicate.
That's the whole point.
Well, and it does allow in the movie.
Oh,
that
there's so much foot shaming at the end.
Yeah.
Squirrel fur.
Squirrel fur.
Squirrel fur.
Yes.
It's not dainty enough.
It's not dainty at all.
for Cinderella.
That's amazing.
Makes me want
You're
some-
running around with
What's a squirrel
squirrel socks, bro. Ew.
I kind of want to make those now.
But with the glass, it allows that dramatic
The
moment
scene
of
where
the
it breaks.
oh
and,
geez,
yeah.
now it's not gonna actually be her. But then she's like,
Wait,
I don't think it was a Disney
breaks?
choice. Oh yeah, in
What are
the
you talking about?
the
Is she talking about Willis? It
so in the Disney version, the Duke is running around to all the houses to like get them to try on the shoe. And that's Lady Tremaine's like last big move. Like she tries to
that's
lock
right,
her
at the
away.
end.
She tries to get her own daughter's feet to fit in there. In the super gross Grimm's version, they actually like
That's
chop
the
off
best
their
story.
Yeah.
That's why I taught it.
yes.
Because of I
They,
could have my
like-
kids read the Brothers Grimm story.
Yeah, they chop off their toes, but like, yeah, Lady Tremaine's like last move is when Cinderella is finally revealed, and the Duke's trying to. She's like, "Oh, sorry," and she trips him, and it breaks the slipper, and the Duke's life is flashing before his eyes because he's like, "Oh, the king is gonna
had one job.
kill me," and then Cinderella's like, "Oh, wait, I have this one in my pocket."
I got the
And then-
matching one.
and then the
Yeah.
wedding bells start.
Do
Yeah.
we
Like,
actually
instantly.
believe this Cinderella's feet would not be crusted? I mean, that girl's like dubbing up everything in the house.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
There's no way those toes are nice.
That wasn't
put in
Prince
those
Prince
glass.
Eric's castle that she was cleaning up.
well, I don't know.
Yeah.
She's wearing squirrel socks.
Squirrel
Her
socks.
feet might be in good condition.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah. Are you leaving or are you picking?
No, I'm gonna pick
Okay.
third pick.
I hope you pick something with squirrel socks.
I mean, I wish I could pick something with squirrel socks. I am going to pick a character who probably has seen a squirrel or two. I'm going with an obscure choice, but I feel like I need to. So I'm going with somebody who is a king and has a lovely voice, is very curious, only comes out certain parts of the year.
Fuck you.
Oh.
I want to know where this is.
Let me take that from my list, you
And
son of a bitch.
Nice. I'm choosing this particular person because I believe that they are the type of king who wanted to just continue to elevate the community building and hoopla that comes out in his lovely place of Halloween Town. I am picking the Pumpkin King, Jack Skellington.
It's a good one.
Dang it.
Yes. Was he on your list for realsies?
Yeah, I thought I was going to get him
makes
next.
Me feel good that I picked him now. Okay. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. I struggle to not just watch it all the time. And then when it becomes Halloween, I'm like, okay, it's time to just watch this once a week until the end of the year. Also, fun fact, they at Disneyland, they put this nice overlay from Halloween through the holidays, and it becomes very Jack Skellington, and the Haunted Mansion becomes very much this movie, and it makes it that much better. And I just wanted to share that in case you are planning to go to Disneyland anytime soon, listeners. You should go before the beginning of the year, and you'll get to see Jack Skellington there. But I believe that this guy, everything he does that looks like mistakes are really for just the good of his people. And he really just wants to bring them the best celebrations and show them how much he cares about them, even though it's a little bit obscure how he goes about it. But I think he is a good-hearted soul. And I think he, like I said, I think he means well at all times. He also gets the lady in the end, and that's kind of nice. It's like an added perk because it's not like he was searching for somebody. He was just trying to figure out how to do the same things as Sandy Claus. So yeah, that's my number 3 pick. I think Jack Skellington is awesome.
Is he just called the Pumpkin King, or is he royalty? Because there's the mayor in the town as well, and
That is true.
And the mayor answers to Jack.
Yep.
And the mayor answers to Jack.
Pumpkin King.
The Pumpkin King.
Yep.
If we can get a recording of our daughter Judy singing "This Is Halloween" for you, I will, because she knows the whole thing and she thinks she knows all of the words, and some of the words are just like super wrong.
But that makes it
Gibberish.
better.
It's just total gibberish that like goes along.
Yes.
But she's like, it's like super confident gibberish too.
That's my favorite thing about little kids is when they're like, no, that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah.
From the top.
Yeah. All the same gibberish.
Yes.
I've memorized this gibberish.
Because my brain says it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's it, people.
Good.
No, I think it's me.
Dang it. Had to adjust a little, but it's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It always does my heart some good when I know that I've taken something off your list. Ugh.
I don't even
right.
remember how we opened this. So you picked a live action
I did.
person.
Yeah.
So is everything on the table? Is it all on the table?
Everything
I
Disney.
think-
What is
all
it?
properties?
I think the decision that was made was like, you do you, boo, and then we'll let the votes decide.
Yeah,
So,
I'm pretty sure we went round and round
I
for
mean,
2
'cause-
minutes and never came up with a real answer.
Because
to
no
that.
no one's picked Princess Leia. Are you going to go Princess Leia?
I'm not going to go Princess Leia. That was the
Well, and that's
my
different.
super secretive, like live action, but not a remake choice was Queen Clarice. So I'm like,
So you got your person and you're good.
And
I got
that's,
my
what you're
person.
saying. That's a Disney movie too.
oh, that is a that
Yeah,
that
that's
was
the-
not like that was
doesn't call into
through and
question
through.
Yeah.
like Leia becomes a Disney character.
I
It
do,
was
a
just the
generation
live
later.
action of it.
Right.
It
But
was the
she
live
has
action
not
of the Principality.
gone and skewed away from
Disney
authentic
proper.
Disney.
I do have one on my list that is a Disney purchase
Mm.
that I'm on the fence about. But it's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I feel like I also need a king on my team, and I have a few kings that I'm considering. But you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna choose.
Do it.
The king who's here for a good time. I'm choosing King Louis from The Jungle Book.
Nice. That's a good. That's a fun pick.
He's
Best
voiced by
King
Louis.
song.
Yeah, he's voiced by Louis Prima.
Although I will say, you started the draft with the idea of like, this is my cabinet. They're going to do great things for my people.
King Louis is going to be a good part of my team.
Meh. He doesn't play well with others. He's pretty mid-tier leader. Selfish, wants the
He-
bananas
he's
for
a business-
himself.
He does
I
have
don't
a
know.
party.
Not. He wants to party.
He's
He-
not very good at diplomacy. Like, hey, bro, hook me up with that fire or I crush you.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good old. He doesn't say I'm going to crush you. It's like, do you want to stay here with me?
I'm
and
paraphrasing.
I will protect you. I mean, that's a solid treaty. It's like,
He's a small business owner in Tailspin.
he is also.
That is amazing.
I think he's trying to further the like. I don't know what the winters are like in the particular jungle that they live in, but
Not
he
that
wants,
different from the summers.
Okay. Well, he thinks fire is a good idea and he wants it. Like he is JFK standing up in front of his people.
Did she really just make
No.
that
saying,
comparison?
saying
No.
in the next
I
10
feel
years,
like that's not okay.
we will go
History
to the moon.
History teacher at the table, can you please help with this?
It hurt,
No.
it hurt a little bit.
Okay,
No.
thank you.
He is standing up there and saying, I'm going to get this thing for my people because that's what we need.
Is that really what you believe? Or are you just telling us that right now? Because you know good and well that if he doesn't get that fire, he's like, and if that hole opens up below you and you fall through it, I don't know what happened.
Well, and also
Well,
she's
I mean,
moving away
he's-
from her message,
the-
which was he likes to he knows how to party. I'm just going to pick a king because he knows how to party.
how to party. He creates
And now he's like,
a
ask not
fun
what your banana can do for you. Ask what you can do.
for your
your
banana.
banana.
Yeah. Because his people need fire and he doesn't have that, but he promises it, so he's going to go out there and get it.
I mean, okay. I
mean-
hear your words. I don't know that I believe your words.
I mean, his constituency though is the monkeys, so it's like Mowgli is not his. That's a neighboring country. He is trying to have some diplomacy with, and it doesn't work. And they Baloo and the Panther's name?
Bagheera.
Bagheera. Baloo and Bagheera have to like come in and like pretend to be Baloo in drag comes in as
yeah, because that's how hostile he is.
Yeah.
Towards outside factions. That's not good. It's not good. It's bad leadership.
I think he's a good king. And I think he's gonna.
You think Moana is gonna want to play with King Louis?
I think Moana is gonna be a good compliment. So King
He
Louis
might burn her boats down.
Yeah.
like
He
her
doesn't-
actual.
If he doesn't get something
He might-
that he wants from Moana, he's like, that's it. Flick.
He might rip Queen Clarice's face off.
You're just trying to defend
you were
yourself
talking-
now that I was talking smack that Mufasa was gonna claw
I know, but-
Rapunzel's.
Track record.
She
Have
wanted
you
an
seen
animal,
the
is what
amount
she
of
wanted.
times that some sort of ape-ish type of animal goes ape on somebody? That happens all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's partially responsible for the destruction of what looks like Angkor Wat. Like he's trying to hold it up, and then like even he can't because the whole thing crumbles around him. Also, an interesting.
Are you
leader-
talking? I am only referencing the animated one. I'm not talking about the live action like.
No, that happens in the
he's-
animated
and then
one.
Everything. So he just
It
ends up
crumbles a little bit, just a low
Yeah.
crumble.
Yeah,
They
he's
were
holding up.
ruins to begin with. Let's be fair.
It's also interesting that pick
I don't
because
know
you
about
talked
that.
about his constituency being just a bunch of monkeys. It makes me think about Jack Skellington because he's trying to run the town. What he's doing is he thinks is best for his people, his constituents, but then they're actively sabotaging what's going on, or they're going to steal Santa Claus and take it to Oogie Boogie, the three kids. And
That is true,
so-
but that's what kids do. They don't listen.
And so, but just this idea of like who these people are ruling over, you don't really see a whole lot except for your orangutan and his constituency of monkeys. And then in Jack Skellington, where there's like he's actively the king, but then he has to kind of fight against the flaws of his own people.
I mean, that's true, but Jack is still a much better leader than King Louis, so I'm just going to put that on the table.
You all get to see just a tiny, tiny slice of his leadership. You don't know how he orchestrated a whole rebuilding after Mowgli left. Like his.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Fanfic doesn't count
Yeah.
here.
Oh, that's amazing.
I think it's about time for me to pick. I'm going to go with a prince, and probably I would argue he's number 1 or number 2 in the prince list. He actually does princely things. He doesn't just walk up to a dead body and kiss it. Nope. He's got to save that body first. He's got to go through trials and tribulations. He fights a dragon. I have to have picks from different eras of Disney films too. That's kind of one of my checks. So
Self-imposed
Mufasa,
rules. Okay.
Mufasa, like that's my childhood. Rapunzel, you got the 20 aughts or whatever. I'm going back to the 50s with this pick. Prince Philip, the OG great prince. He rides in on his white steed with his cool little hat. He's got a dope hat.
He also has a pretty dope beard.
A beard?
He's got like a teeny tiny little beard.
Girl,
doesn't
you
he?
tripping. No,
no,
you
that's-
tripping.
Different Prince
am I
Philip.
thinking of?
Princes are clean cut.
That must be like a Croatian prince or something that you're thinking of. Or also,
Oh, it's funny. I look up Prince Philip, and of course, like real Prince Philip,
Yeah.
so it's like Skeletor.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, no,
super
not him.
scary.
She also falls in love with him as you're looking up.
Look at how
his-
suave he is. Boom.
Yeah. I'm going to disagree with you on the hat. However,
That hat is
and his-
fresh.
his
It's got
little-
a feather.
His little cape.
God,
Oh,
feather.
it's
I love
so
the
sick.
cape. That's sick. That to me, he just flips it over his shoulder.
But she falls in love with him without knowing that he's a prince. So that's
And he falls in love with her.
and he
without
falls in love with her
knowing
too. But I think that's a credit to him, is that she falls in love with him just by running into him.
He's got swagger. Maleficent, he comes looking for Princess Aurora.
Yeah.
She's not in the house. Maleficent ties him up. He could have been detoured right there. Just been like, well, nope, this crazy witch queen has captured my girl, and I mean, she's locked in a tower.
Yeah.
And she's also a freaking dragon. Nope, I'm just going to go back to my really cush castle because he has a pretty dope castle on a hillside. Nope.
Well, he doesn't do it all. It's not all by himself, though. He does have help from Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. And so there's a little bit of magic, sort of like my girl Cindy, helping her along the way.
But we got a little bit of magic. We did just
That
little
sword
bits
is
of
not
magic.
going
Got,
through.
it's the sword of truth.
It's the sword of truth.
And the shield of virtue.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it is like.
Let's talk about his character in order to wield those.
It's magical,
Mr. King Arthur.
It's magicaled by the fairies, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Shield of virtue.
Listen, I'd go into battle if I had one of those.
Yeah. Shield of virtue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got some help.
He's
along
going
the
against
way.
Greenfire. I mean, have you ever gone into battle with a sword and a shield? I don't care what they're called. It's a fucking dragon.
Right.
I saw Game of Thrones. That's as close as it's going to get. No shield and sword is going to really help you there.
Yeah. It blocks fire.
And let's look at the princes that he's really lined up against. If you're going to put a prince on your team, who's he up against? The Beast, piece of shit. Prince Eric is his only competition. He kind of steers a boat into Ursula, but I don't really know about that. Like, a little reckless. But who else is there?
Not Prince Charming.
No, he's a creep.
That guy.
He's like, damn, that body looks cold. Poke her up.
That's gross and accurate.
Are you going to really say Aladdin?
He's not a prince, though, because he's a prince by marriage.
Well, I mean, but half of Corey's team is by marriage.
It's true. And to be honest, I mean, he's a liar through the whole darn movie.
Yeah.
Also, that's not
I'm
true.
also just, you were asking me about princes. I mean, there's other.
Yeah, I guess not by marriage, but
Cinderella.
But you still fall into it. You weren't born royal.
Yeah, Cinderella.
And Arthur might as well have. He wasn't like born into it.
God, the God, the light of heaven shines down on him. Like any good king, he has divine authority.
Circumstance.
Here we
someone,
go.
Someone else who might have been better suited died first. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Divine authority.
Whatever. Prince Philip is a genuine prince. That's my position on this one. You have nothing. Okay, cool.
I went on the internet to try to find.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I thought I still thought I remembered him having a beard, and so I went online looking for a picture, and I definitely found an article where someone has photoshopped beards on all of the Disney princes.
I think that's a part of what they have to be. That's like a characteristic that they can't have facial hair.
Yes.
If they're going to be a prince.
Flynn Rider has facial hair. And
He does a bit. She probably makes him shave afterward.
It's just the.
Oh, she's going to have hair issues?
I feel like that's got to be her flaw, right? Oh, it's scratchy.
Philip with a beard looks like a Johnny Quest character.
I
Seems
seem
like
to
they would
remember
all
just
be
like a
Philip and an
chin
evil
strap
Philip.
beard. I don't know what character that I'm thinking of.
I mean, Eric with a beard. That okay?
Oh, you have clearly found the same article.
You might pick him. But see, look at who they have as Prince Charming. They have fucking Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Are
That's
they
creepy.
wrong?
I mean, but that tracks. Bearded Disney princes. Okay, last one. Aladdin. Come on now. Come on, with the shirt off. Let's go.
Looks like a failed comedian.
He's
You know what bothers me about Aladdin is that they used Tom Cruise to help make him.
Tom Cruise?
Yes. And I've been kind of over him since.
Mm.
I'm not a fan of Tom Cruise, if you couldn't tell.
Gaston looks good with a beard. He should have had a beard.
I think Gaston would have done well with a beard, too, because he's, evil. All the evil guys have beards.
Oh, is that true?
I say to the two bearded men in the room.
Classic.
How come Tarzan didn't have a beard?
Right? Because it's not like he was shaving.
Great point.
Maybe he couldn't grow hair, guys. You don't know his life.
But his dad had facial hair. Pretty sure in that photo in Tarzan he has facial hair.
Yeah, it's weird. Also, like why when
To
the
show the
beast
passage of
turns
time.
back into a man, he has like really long hair as though he wasn't ever able to cut his hair, but like completely clean shaven. It makes no sense.
That's the look in Europe. Maybe?
Oh.
I don't know. I've never been to Europe.
Wow.
There are a lot of clean-shaven men there.
Okay.
Indeed.
One more ad and then we'll get into the fourth round. You know what you're listening to.
Mount Draftmore.
Finally, the Supreme Court is pulling its head out of its ass. No more infringing on your rights. Summertime is here, y'all, and you know what that means. You're going to want to get your kids outside so you can get some goddamn peace and quiet. Do your American children due diligence and get them what they want. A brand new rapid-fire AR toddler bubble gun. With this bubble gun, kids will satisfy their inherent need to blow bubbles and blow shit up, all whilst learning to neutralize enemies who enter their property. Teach your patriotic children to protect their God-given right to bear arms today. Come on down to Hank's Heavy Weaponry to purchase our brand spanking new rapid-fire AR toddler bubble gun.
Mount Draftmore.
I've got 3 animated characters from different eras of Disney movies, and I feel like let's kind of throw a wrench in this plan. I'm going to pick someone who's a great leader, who's live action, who would be the most modern character on my list, and he's an acquisition character.
Live action.
Okay.
Okay. This character has one of the highest grossing films in his lineage of movies. Literally inspired generations of kids and offered representation for a group of kids that had not previously been represented in this universe. After the guy who played him passed away, they didn't recast him because he was so profound within his role, and they made a movie dedicated to him. Wow. I'm talking about Prince T'Challa, King T'Challa, Black Panther, Marvel. That's a value pick.
No, that's
a value pick.
That's a good pick.
Damn right, it's a good pick.
Yes, that's a good pick.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. Park representation. Your kids can get their pictures taken with all the Disney princesses, for the most part, depending on where you're at in the park. You can get your picture taken with some of the Marvel heroes, but the one guaranteed is always Black Panther. Got a designated spot in the park right by Spider-Man. I wasn't going to go there, but I had to go there.
I'm not even mad at that at all. I don't know if either of you have seen Wakanda Forever. I cried probably through 3/4 of it. And the parts where I wasn't crying was me trying not to cry. Like, suck my tears back in my face.
So you and my mom should go to movies together.
I mean, not all the time do I do that, but he's not wrong. Like, there's something about Chadwick Boseman, and there's something about T'Challa, and the fact that he plays him, like, it's like the embodiment. It just feels like they're one and the same person. That's a good pick. He was a good leader.
We don't get to watch a lot of movies that aren't kid movies right now.
That one's still in the theaters too.
Yeah. So we haven't done it yet. We've seen the original, the first Black Panther, but not Wakanda
We haven't
Forever.
seen Wakanda Forever.
We have Happy Meal toys.
Yeah.
There you go.
Y'all, I mean, this is the first time in weeks we've had double daycare, and we're here doing this instead of going to see a movie.
That is quite the honor. Yes.
We're so happy to have you.
Oh my gosh. Thunderous applause. Thunderous applause.
I meant like that as this is what we value. So
well, I hope that you
to
had
see.
fun, because if you guys get back in the car and go, what a waste of 3 hours that was, we will not have succeeded.
No, I'm having the time of my life.
Cue Dirty Dancing. Go. No?
No, I don't have that. That'd be claimed.
The time of my life.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I needed. Thank you. Good pick. Anything else you want to say about?
Nope.
Kind of feel like it speaks for itself.
I can't lose. I can't lose this draft. It's impossible. I won it already. You can listen for the other picks though. Sarah, what's your 4th pick?
Wow.
I mean, whoa, did not expect
That's
this
how
list.
he sends it back to us. I can't lose.
I can't
Sarah?
lose.
Can't lose. I have one. I'm torn between 2. We get to do like honorable mentions at the end. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I might save my controversial pick for an honorable mention then.
Why?
You don't want to throw
Controversy's
down
fun.
some spice?
There's no way you're going to win at this point. So throw the spice on.
Wow.
It'll be
Be
fun.
that salt guy who's
Well,
in the
I don't
news right
actually
now.
know
Damn.
that Disney. So
He
there
is
is
spicy
some
right now.
weirdness about which there are some Muppet properties that Disney owns and some that they don't. And I don't. And this is the sort of like weird nebulous middle. Like if it's on HBO, Disney doesn't own it, right?
Interesting.
No, this is fun.
I said at the beginning of the podcast that it sounded like the Muppet door had been open. Who is it? Let's see.
I'm stroking my chin.
Well, now I just have to do it. Okay.
You got pressured.
No, I think I have a bet. So I will tell you who I'm not going to pick then, just so the suspense is not killing you. So Junior Gorg from Fraggle Rock is the
Man,
he is the prince of the universe because his parents are the king and queen of the universe.
wow.
But I don't think Disney actually. I meant to fact check this. If Disney owns Fraggle Rock.
I don't know, but mad respect for the Fraggle Rock throwdown. That's all I got to say.
Because he's the prince of the universe. Does anyone have royalty that has a bigger... Anybody?
Damn.
A bigger constituency.
Of the universe.
But is he good for the universe?
I actually think he's here. I'm so glad you asked that question, Ben. I think he's great for the universe, and I think he's a really great model of how you can change your mind. Because at the beginning of the series, Junior Gorg listens to his parents, the king and the queen, and says that, Fraggles are dirty and we don't want them around. And through the course of the series, he learns more. He is inquisitive. He asks questions. He grows and changes his mind and then becomes an ally to the Fraggles and is bridging that gap and teaching his parents about the fact that you should, if you're going to be the king and queen of the universe, then you better actually listen to people and change your mind and do what's best for everyone.
Doesn't he sell their kingdom to a swindler?
To Wander McMooch, yes,
Yeah.
he does. But then he gets it back through
through
a trick that he does with the Fraggles.
Okay.
He fixes his mistakes. To err is human or Gorgish.
So wait, is that who you're picking?
If
Junior
I'm
Gorg?
allowed to, do they own the Fraggles?
Are you picking him though?
Yes,
Damn.
I am picking.
I feel like you laid down quite the...
Well, I want to. I just didn't want to break the. I'm a rule follower.
It's like they're not Disney when it's made, but it's
they're
owned by
Henson.
Disney now.
All right. Well, I mean that's the same as Marvel and.
Okay, I would push back on that though, because the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that's Disney. T'Challa is made after Disney owns
That's true.
Marvel. They made the decision, hey, that's the character we want represented in this jam.
Yes. I mean, but I feel as a group, though, we would respect if somebody wanted to choose Princess Leia. I just don't want to choose Princess Leia.
I mean, you
want
can-
to choose
you can-
Junior Gorg.
You can pick Junior Gorg because I don't think anyone knows that person, and I told you to go out on a limb with that. So
You also did say that your next pick was an acquisition.
yeah, well, Marvel was an acquisition.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm going to stand by Junior Gorg because I think he's good royalty. And I think those who do know Fraggle Rock will see him as a beacon of hope for leadership moving forward.
Junior Gorg in the house.
And I chose a king, a queen, a princess, and a prince.
Wow. There you go.
You did it.
I feel fine with your pick. I saw both that Disney does not own and that Disney owns all these other things. It's whatever. It's a wash to me. Fraggle Rock, though.
Yes.
Seen all those episodes. It's good.
We're going to get our next kid in on the mix because Bruce watched all of them 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to get Judy on it.
That's just good child raising right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Your pick, dude.
I suppose it's my pick. I have a lot of stuff still written down that hasn't been touched, and I don't know what that says about the royal universe within Disney. And because you and I have not done this together before, I should tell you on my 4th pick that I usually choose things that I just care about. I don't usually look for the fan vote simply because sometimes I don't think they get me.
Seeking the approval of others is the first step to heartache.
A little bit. And I have felt like in this room that I have drafted some winners and then I don't win and then I get all up in my feels. So I just continue to do Anisha. So in that same likeness, I am going to draft someone very obscure. This will not be a surprise to Ben once I say what her name is because I watched this movie a lot. I'm going to draft somebody who is new to the royalty game, learning the ropes of the game through the acquisition of gathering food for a whole nother group of insect. I'm choosing Princess Ada from A Bug's Life. Yeah?
On my list.
Nice.
On my list.
Nice. I bet I watch that movie once a month, like as an average. I don't know why. There's something about the whimsical music. There's something about the story. This was before Kevin Spacey was problematic. Although the writing was on the wall, right? So he's just this big bully grasshopper who comes in. And at this time, Princess Ada is trying to learn how to become a princess and how to lead her ant people. And she has some bumps along the way, which I feel like is like this reoccurring theme. People just have these bumps and things that they've got to learn and grow. And maybe that's what I really appreciate about this section of Disney royalty. But she makes it out in the end. And it is a cute movie that I do adore and watch a lot. And I think Princess Ada questions herself a lot. She doubts for probably the first half of the movie. Her mom, bless her heart, the queen is trying really hard to just get her to relax and take on this new role. And she has it, whether she wants it or not. Her little sister chastises her through most of the movie as well, which I think is cute and reminds me of my own growing up. And I think as, I don't know, as a first year principal, I can connect and relate to a lot of that where I'm like, I have to make this decision. And I don't know if this is the right one to make. Should I make it? No one's going to tell me. I just got to do it.
It's your decision to make.
Yeah. So I picked cute little Princess Ada.
It's a good one. It's a whole good like royal lineage too. It's like because the queen is what, like, is it Cloris Leachman? It's a classic comedian, and she's not pulling her punches. She wants Ada to do right, and so
yes, it's good stuff.
It's a good one.
That's me, y'all. Woo!
Yeah, it's hard to.
So much royalty.
So much royalty.
So
and
much
you
royalty.
thought there wasn't going to be enough royalty for
No,
a
we
podcast.
originally talked about princesses.
So much royalty.
So much royalty.
And the thing about royalty is that sometimes, you don't. Sometimes you can pick them, like you can. I guess if you're electing them, they're not royalty, right? They are born into the role. And so for my last pick, which I was kind of going for the I want a king, a queen, but I had my two princesses, so I can't really do that. But I really want a queen. And the reason why I like my last pick is because monarchs and royalty, there are the inspirational stories of seeing somebody fight through something and being a noble leader. And then there are insane assholes that are born into their role, and then they're horrible. Ivan the Terrible. They're insane assholes. You have dictators and all that. So the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland.
Hey, nice pick.
Is my last one because we're talking about royalty here. Nobody chose her. She's an insane asshole in an insane world.
She's a wild card.
She's a wild card. Yes, this is my King Louis pick of somebody that's not a good leader. They're not a good monarch.
I know, but this is a good pick.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Dare
If you had three other picks in line with this, then you could have won.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks.
You're welcome.
See, they got both of us there. But yeah, just also so I got my queen as well. But another iconic character, like Off with Their Heads, is an iconic line. Like, I know that the story goes far beyond Disney, as far as Lewis Carroll's story. So it was written well before Disney got their hands on it. But that's one character that Disney helped to make sort of an iconic character that you see in your mind. You hear her voice say Off with Their Heads. There's the flamingo croquet thing that they're doing. I mean, it's fun. It's fun insanity and an insane character. So, Queen of Hearts.
I imagine her constituents. I mean, there are times when you, as a teacher or a principal, like just need people to know that you're serious, like, and
So you got
off with their heads gets it done.
Yeah,
It's very true.
There are times that I kind of wish my students feared me as much as,
her husband feared her.
Yeah. all of the other cards fell in line.
Yeah.
I just stumbled across the coolest list ever. It tells you the amount of screen time each character has in their respective movies.
Oh.
Queen of Hearts, 6 minutes 49 seconds.
Is that that's
9%.
probably
9%.
least? That's probably the lowest amount of royalty on screen.
King Louis.
I don't know. King
might be.
Louis got like a.
Let's
The whole
look.
song.
Ooh, King Louis. It's all alpha. Ooh, and they're Sword in the Stone too. Okay, King Louis, mind on the track. 5%, 4 minutes 2 seconds.
The shortest.
And what an impact he makes.
Right?
He's amazing.
Destroys.
Was
his
that
own
believable that time?
Thank you.
I'm going for it. Let's try it.
Thank you.
Yes, he's amazing. Better than T'Challa. Oh, that didn't even sound right coming out. I
No.
No, see, that's
suck those words right
You
back
can't
out of
lie.
the universe.
Different than T'Challa. They have
I was
different qualities.
I was trying it out. I wanted to see if that worked.
different.
Mufasa. 11 minutes 43 seconds. 13.28% of the movie.
That's
Heyo.
Yeah, such an impact.
That's it, but more than y'all's.
I mean,
that's
depending on
saying.
I have a
what
tagline.
impact
You're
are you
saying.
trying to make?
I was just saying. Corey brought that up in
I
the
have a
very beginning,
tagline.
so I
You
was
have
calling back.
You have a song.
I have a song.
Mufasa just has James Earl Jones.
I have the theme.
Just
Simba don't do shit without James Earl Jones talking to him through the clouds.
James Earl Jones could come in my house, ask for my wallet. I'd give him all your guys' wallets because of James Earl Jones, and he could wave and leave, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I just got stolen from James Earl Jones."
And amazing also that
That's how amazing he is.
like he's the voice of Mufasa, iconic, cannot separate them. But he's also the voice of another character that you cannot separate, which is amazing. Like
Oh, the guy from Sandlot? I know, right?
exactly.
Sorry. I'll be here all day.
He's also the FBI agent in Sneakers.
That's right.
You want a Winnebago.
You know,
if I ever meet James Earl Jones in person, I'm sure everyone has like the lines that they want him to say. That's mine. I want James. Can you please? May I call you James? Please say,
Mr. Earl Jones.
please
Yes.
say you want a Winnebago. That's one. If you have not seen the movie Sneakers,
he's probably like, I get asked that all
all
the
the
time.
time.
Are you satisfied with your first draft?
This was really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I still need to. I mean, we still get how long do we get? We get 90 seconds to defend. I still think I'm winning, y'all. Like, I know that you all think that you're winning. I can see it in your faces, but
There can only be one. It's right here.
Wow.
make their case to be logical and clear.
So yes, you're right. 90 seconds. 90 seconds to make your case. We go in reverse order. So I've got to go first, which means you've got to go second. So, I mean, you can kind of listen to me make my case, but really, I already know your heart's kind of pumping. You're getting nervous. You're like, oh, shit.
my heart's been pumping this whole time.
I
Are
only
you
got
kidding
90
me?
seconds to make a case. Okay. Y'all, I got the best team. I don't even need to tell you that because look at these other mid-tier teams. Arthur, do you even know who Arthur is? Seriously.
Do you even rule, bro?
Cinderella, she's mid as fuck. She got some glass slippers just handed to her via magic. That ain't nothing. Rhea, pretty decent character. Queen of Hearts. Do you even know who plays the Queen of Hearts? Can you even differentiate between the animated and the live action version? Probably not. I rest my case on those. Emperor Cusco, mid tier. First pick, trash. Emerita, she's good. Jack Skellington, I'll be honest, I wanted that pick. That's a good pick. But then you follow up with an ant? Come on now. That's a waste of time. Moana, decent. Queen Clarice of Genovia, so mid. King Louis, awful leader. You picked a monkey to lead. leaves his kingdom in ruins and lived in a ruin.
It's not his kingdom.
Whatever. It's what he took over. It's where he moved in. Junior Gorg. If you know who Junior Gorg is, vote for Sarah's team. That's how confident I am. So many of you don't know who that is. Mufasa inspires the whole movie. Most memorable character from Lion King. Rapunzel, best princess, not even close. Prince Philip is a real prince. Out of all the princes, he does the most actual dirty work. He fights a fucking dragon. I don't care if it's with special shield and sword. Prince King T'Challa inspired a whole generation of kids. Best character at Disney parks. I rest my case.
I forgot that with like most of the 90 seconds, he just shits on other people.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that does that.
That's Ben.
That time I got through everyone and myself. It was great.
It's a good way to just recap what everybody picked.
In case you were wondering, everybody, trash.
Yep.
More trash. Poop. Dumpster fire.
Obscure trash.
I'm the bomb.
Yeah.
Ben.
Corey will deliver like a nice, concise little piece on all of them, but just remember what I said. Trash, trash, okay, more trash.
And
Also-
Sarah.
I have to
Wow.
shit on Corey so tough this time because I've been so light on him before.
King Louis is an ape, by the way, just for clarification. He's not a monkey.
Oh, did I say monkey?
You did.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. He's an orangutan.
Oh.
That's an ape.
I take that back. Yeah.
Which is also weird that he's ruling over chimpanzees. No, he's ruling over
He's ruling over monkeys.
monkeys. Chimps are also apes.
They're also apes.
Apes
We'll have
don't got
a lesson
tails.
on this later.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, history teacher, art teacher, principal. We need a science teacher up in here.
Yeah, some Animal Kingdom.
Animal
We just
kingdom.
need Sir David Attenborough.
That's true. All I could do was write about it. I was an English teacher.
Yeah.
Are you ready to make your case?
I am. I got a timer and everything.
I have a timer too.
But I need to see the timer. I'm a visual learner. Holy crap. All right. I have the whole cabinet. I have a king, a queen, a princess, and a prince. I think they would all work well together. I think King Louis is a great way to set the tone that we are all here. We all support each other. We are going to, he is the JFK of apes. Thank you very much. He sets his sights high and wants the best for his kingdom. Queen Clarice is Julie fucking Andrews. She's amazing. She does the best for her kingdom. She gets out of her comfort zone in order to better the people of Genovia. Moana is an amazing princess, daughter of a chief who's doing all of the things in order to make her people's lives better and free. And she restores the heart of Tafiti. Come on now. And if you don't know Junior Gorg, seriously, go out and watch some Fraggle Rock. It's life-changing. And it is a bridge between the human world and the Fraggle world and the Gorg world. And it's all interwoven, and it tells a beautiful story about how we are all interconnected. Everything is connected. And you can't just change one thing without changing the entire world. I think vote for this royalty pack in 2024. Thank you.
Oh.
Well, if you wait that long, then you'll lose.
Oh, I mean, you vote in 2023, I guess. 420? No, 2024. When are we supposed to vote?
When the episode airs, which will not be 2024.
My bad. In 2023. I was thinking more like the election year.
Yeah, so you don't overcomplicate it. You're
Sorry.
sending mixed messages. People are going to be like, wait,
sorry,
this
listeners.
isn't in 2024.
This is not 2024. I was trying to make an election metaphor thing, and math is hard. Vote for me as soon as fucking possible. How about that?
She got extra seconds.
Sorry.
I feel some kind of way about that. She got extra seconds.
Anisha, are you ready to go? Ready to make your
I
case?
was born ready. Okay, so here's the thing. Ben likes to take big dumps on people's lists of characters that speak to their hearts and souls, and I'm not about that life. His list is a good list. I'm going to respect that. What I do want you to know, though, is that there is a group of folks that I have listed here that are strong leaders who are real and connecting with people, and they're relatable. So you've got, let me recap, Princess Ada, Bug's Life. She's learning the craft, figuring it all out, and she does a great job in the end. She is a great example of just taking that first step into something new and doing what you can with it. Princess Merida, she is all about independence. She's about righting wrongs and trying to figure out where she's made mistakes and learn from those and teach us that. And that is what you need in a good leader as well. You've got Kuzco. You need a sense of humor in order to lead people, and you need to be able to admit when you are wrong. And that is something that he has to do by the end of his story. And I would also say that if you are into needing to sing while you're working, you got Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King. Oh, yes, he brings the tunes, and he wants you all to feel good about your leadership. This is a group of 4 people that I believe could work together and could help make everyone's lives just that much more jolly. They're fantastic. I've chosen them, and you should too. Boom. I'm done. I don't even need all my seconds.
I mean, you kind of did. 2 seconds. Who really cares?
I do.
Corey, 90 seconds to make your case. Do you want this? You need to make your case real bad. You need me to give you 2 minutes?
You are so rude.
Hey,
It's okay.
Ron.
I'll go ahead and start.
I got you.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and start again and say Cinderella. Iconic. Cinderella, night and day. Cinderella. When I think of the castle, and there's even a Lego version of Cinderella's castle at Disney World, which I could not remember which one it was. But to me, I can't separate Disney and its theme parks from Cinderella. So she's iconic. To me, is the first real Disney princess because Snow White doesn't count. And then King Arthur. Yes, there's Flower, King Arthur's Flower, but Knights of the Round Table is an iconic story. There are a bunch of movies that have been made that spin off. I mean, Monty Python. There's the Green Knight movie. There's all kinds of movies that have been spun off of the King Arthur story, including the King Arthur origin story of Wart, the young squire, who becomes one of the greatest king stories, even if it's fictional, of all time. And then I also have just because royalty. Well, I have Raya, and the last dragon, who is just a total badass and sacrifices and shows us all of the things. She's human. She makes mistakes. And then my last pick is just to demonstrate that royalty, you don't elect them. They are born into this role, and they sometimes can be insane assholes like the Queen of Hearts. So it's a rock solid, iconic list.
Great job. You made your case well.
Thank you.
Everyone actually won in a way because nobody tried to pick Mulan. Yeah, that's right. We're some Mulan haters. Yeah, no Mulan in this house. Thank you. That's the end of the draft. That's the end. We did it. We successfully drafted. Thank you so much, special guests, Sarah, Corey, and Anisha, for lending your voices, your Disney expertise.
It was special to be here.
It was special to have you. Are you going to come back?
Yeah, I'm also going to give you my pin.
What? I'm getting a pin? Oh! If you could see my face, you'd see excitement. Limited edition, none for you. But maybe coming soon, I don't know. Maybe vote and we'll see how that goes.
Vote for me and there might be pins.
Nope.
Okay.
Don't vote for her.
That is bribery.
Yeah.
That is not okay here.
Don't do that. Because we already know who won this thing. Everyone, because no one picked Mulan. That's what I said.
Although we all love Mulan.
All love Mulan. She's not a princess.
Just not royalty.
Mulan.
Fa Mulan. Thank you so much for...
Go ahead.
Are you done? We're trying to get out of here.
We're never done quoting Mulan.
Honorable mentions. What honorable mentions you got?
King Triton and his penis palace.
Okay.
I mean, he's king of the sea.
He's named after his weapon. He's kind of mid.
King Fergus.
Okay, yes.
Gotta give love to King Fergus.
When I was trying to pick between kings, it was King Fergus and Mufasa. Because Fergus is actually pretty dope. He unites those other clans behind him. Mm-hmm. He saves his daughter from Mordu. That's how he got his fucking peg leg.
Yes.
I already mentioned he gives weapons to his kids. It's a great dad. He's a cool dad.
He's a cool dad.
Yeah. But one was already picked from that movie, so I had to stay away.
Yeah, same.
The mom could have also been picked. I don't know her name.
great.
I did write Eleanor.
Eleanor, yep.
Yep.
I think King Richard from Robin Hood is a pretty good royalty, mostly just because he's got really bad puns and he's a lion. Also, if I didn't pick Junior Gorg, I was going to pick Queen Anna of Arendelle. She's a pretty good queen.
Better than Elsa. Elsa just keeps running away.
Insane.
Oh, Elsa didn't. Elsa made the right. I mean,
person.
I respect Elsa because she made. I have 2 kids. I've watched Frozen 1 and Frozen 2 way too many times. I could write fanfic. I should write fanfic.
You should.
Wow.
But
and then come and record it.
but I do think Anna is going to be a great queen of Arendelle and has made the right moves for her people. So honorable mention to Anna.
I would just say honorable mention to Tiana. She marries into royalty, but that girl's got work ethic like none's business, and she's just fabulous.
I do want to go to Tiana's palace.
Honorable mentions?
Yeah. Do you got any?
No, do you have any more?
I said mine. Yeah, I'm good.
Triton and his penis palace. I mean, he's the king of the sea, so it's pretty awesome.
Word.
Okay.
I did have Triton written down.
Righteous. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of the show.
That's
Those
it.
are the guests. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to let us know who you thought won by submitting your votes on Instagram. Search and follow Mount Draftmore. If you have any questions, suggestions, comments, original music you'd like played during or after the show, you can send that to us via email at mountdraftmore@gmail.com. That's mtdraftmore@gmail.com. As always, thank you for listening. It blows us away that you take the time out of your day to listen. We genuinely appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review and subscribe on whatever other platform you're listening on, whether it's Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Pandora, Amazon Music, all those things. We've got you covered everywhere. That'll do it for us here on Mount Draftmore. Thank you, thank you. We'll see you here again next month. Until then, please be safe. Peace.